Hey there, it's Mrs. McCartney here. I sure do miss seeing everybody, but I'm glad I get this opportunity to at least talk to you a little bit. This video is designed to help you with your AMI activity for day 7. It's the story of Alex and his lawn mowing service. So I want to show you a few pointers and a few little hints along the way that might help you with this problem, because there are some variables and some information that some of you may not be very familiar with. So let's take a look here, see if I can get this to work just right for me. Let's see if we're there. All right. First of all, let's talk about the variables that you have in this problem. There are some variables here that you just very likely may not be familiar with. And let's get a good color going here so you can see what I'm writing. There we go. That's the color I want. So let's just go back here. All right. We have, in terms of this problem about Alex, we have an N. And the N is equal to the number of lawns. Then we have a C. The C is equal to the cost. Now I want to explain something here. This is the cost for Alex to mow. What does Alex have to pay to even be able to mow? So what we know is he had to buy a mower, and that cost him $200. And he has to buy fuel for his mower, and so that costs 50 cents, it says, I believe, per lawn. So it's the cost for Alex to mow. The third variable that you see is an R, and R stands for revenue. This is not a word that we use a whole lot. Revenue is how much money Alex is going to make. Now, this is not the money that he necessarily gets to keep. This is just the money that he makes. He mows lawns, he makes money. It doesn't take into account what he has to pay, that mower, that gas. So it doesn't take into account that. This is just how much money he makes because he mowed some lawns. The last variable is the one that is not actually talked about in the problem, and that is P. P stands for profit. Now, that's the number that's the bottom line, the number that we're really interested in. The profit is the money that Alex gets to keep. He pays for his mower, he pays for his gas, all his bills are paid for. Profit is how much money Alex gets to walk away with for his lawn mowing service. So I want to make sure that you understand those 4 variables and understand what they are. So the big question is, how do we get to here? Everybody wants to know, how do we get to here? How do we make profit? Profit is found when you take the revenue, the amount of money that he makes just from mowing, and we subtract his costs. When we do that, we get profit. So that's what we're interested in. Revenue minus cost will equal his profit. So what we know is that his revenue, the amount of money he makes for mowing lawns, is $22 times the number of lawns. Then we have to subtract from that his cost. Well, they tell us that his cost isn't just a single thing, it's 2, it's two things. That's a binomial, right? So we have to subtract the whole binomial. It's the $200 for the mower plus 50 cents per lawn. That's his cost. That's how he's going to get to profit. P is for profit. It's important that we notice right here, see if I can change over. It's important that we notice that we have a minus sign out here, and we have not one, but two things inside here. So keep in mind what you're going to have to do when you have a minus sign out here and you've got two things inside here. So there's a little hint, a little information to help you get through this problem. So let me work through, or set up at least, a little bit of an example for you that might help you with this. So let's get rid of this here. All right. So here's what we have. Let's suppose that Johnny is selling bottle rockets for the 4th of July. He, let's say that he has to pay rent for his fireworks stand. So he has to pay rent, and let's say that that's $100. And he had to buy his bottle rockets, right? So purchase bottle rockets. Having to use my finger here, so it's kind of ugly. Purchase bottle rockets, and let's say that he bought these bottle rockets for $2 a bundle. Okay? Now, he's going to sell his bottle rockets for $5 a bundle. All right, so this is what we have. So here's what we know. His cost, here's what we know, right? So his cost, C, is the $100 rent plus $2 for each bundle of bottle rockets. Bottle rocket price. Okay, and we're going to say, let's just come over here and say that N is bundle. So his cost then is 100 plus 2N. Then we know that his revenue that's R, is going to be $5 per bundle. So that means R is equal to 5N. I hope that's making sense to you. So how does he make a profit? Well, his profit, so if we can go back to blue here. Oh, sorry about the dog. So how does Johnny make a profit off of his bottle rockets. Well, let's just come down here and say profit. Remember, that's going to be P. P is for profit. To make a profit, it's always revenue minus cost. So we have 5N, his revenue, minus his cost, which is 100 plus 2N. But remember, that's a binomial. We're subtracting the whole binomial, so it has to be in parentheses, and that's going to give us our profit. So let's take a minute and let's look at this. So that means that our profit is equal to 5N minus the rent plus how much Johnny had to spend for his bottle rockets in the first place. So when we keep in mind that we have this here and we have all of this inside, then we know that we end up with profit is equal to 5N minus 100 minus 2N. Oh, looky there. We have some like terms. So our profit then, 5 minus 2 is 3N minus 100. Now I know how Johnny makes his profit. I hope this example has been helpful to you. Be sure to email your teachers or to send a message through Google Classroom to your teachers if you're having trouble still with a couple of these questions. Good luck to you.